Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello my students and welcome to English for Iraq. This is me, your English teacher, Ahmad Qasham, and we are still studying in Unit 6 about friends abroad. Let's start our lesson. Today we will be studying a story. My students, in your student book on page 52, you'll find this story with the title A Wolf in the Forest. Now, what is the introduction to this story? Let's read. After a plane crash, a family were lost in a forest. What happened to them? Now, this is the introduction to this story. But before we start reading this story, I'm going to teach you and explain the new vocabularies in this story using the photos. Let's start. Yes, my students, here we start with the new vocabularies in this story. What do we have? Forest, crash, follow, wolf. And here I'd like to mention something, that when we want to make plural in English we add s, but in some cases we have some exceptions. Now, some of the vocabularies in English which end with f, like here, when we want to make them plural we should change f into v and then we add es. So please pay attention. Wolf, wolves, and then we have off the road. Now let's move to learn these vocabularies with photos. First we have this beautiful forest. So this is the forest. In the forest we have tall trees, grass, and very lovely nature. Crash. When we are talking about a plane crash or a car crash, we are talking about what? About an accident, the same meaning. So this is a crash. The next, look at this nice photo. It's very beautiful. Look at these small ducks following their mom. So to follow, to walk behind, to follow somebody, to walk behind him. And this is a wolf. And here, look my students, this is the road and this is the car. You can see that the car is not on the road, so we say the car is off the road. When the car is off the road, it isn't on the road. And now my students, let's move to listen to the story line by line.
Unit 6, Lesson 10, Track 42.
John Harper, a Canadian, was flying his small plane. With him were his wife Claire and his 2 children. Lucy, aged 4, and Ben, aged 9. They were flying over a forest. Suddenly, the engine stopped. "What's the matter? Why has the engine stopped?" asked Claire. "I don't know," said John. He tried to start it again, but nothing happened. "It's no good," said John. "It won't start. We're going down." John was lucky. He found a clear place between the trees and landed the plane. Nobody was hurt. They climbed out and looked around. "Where are we?" asked Claire. "I don't know," answered John. "Well, we can't stay here," said Claire. "Which way do we go?" Hey, Dad, look, said Ben. He pointed to some trees. There's a big dog up there near the trees. That's not a dog, it's a wolf, said John. Is it dangerous? Asked Claire. No, said John. Wolves don't hurt people. The wolf came towards them, then moved away, came towards them again, and moved away again. I think he wants us to follow him, said Ben. Well, I don't know where we are. Maybe he does, said John. Let's follow him. They followed the wolf through the trees. Every now and again the wolf stopped, looked at them, and then moved off again. After about 2 hours, they came to a road. Just off the road was a village. Thank God, said John. We can phone from the village. Dad, where's the wolf? Asked Ben. They looked around, but the wolf was not there anymore.
My students, now move to the activity book we have on page 81. Some blanks to fill about what we learned in this story. Now, number 1, the title. What is the title? A wolf in the forest. Number 2, the characters. The characters means the people who took part in this story, who talked in this story. We have John Harper, the father, Claire, his wife, Ben, his son, and Lucy, his daughter. Now, number 3, what it is about. What is the story talking about? We have this example. It is about a family who was lost in the forest after their plane was crashed. Then a wolf came to lead them to a village. This is just an example. We can make some changes, but it's okay. Now, number 4. Did you like the story or you didn't like the story? And tell me why. Now, you can say yes or no. And here I chose this answer. Yes, I like the story because it's interesting. This is a very simple and short answer. Now, number 5. This is very important. I think this is one of the most important parts you learn from reading any story. New vocabularies or the new words. What do we have? I explained this: a forest, crash, wolf, and the plural of wolf, wolves. Now, here we have exception that some words in English ending with F, when I want to make them plural, I change F into V. Then I add ES. Now, follow, to follow somebody means to walk after him. Off the road, as I explained, when you see a car outside the road, so we can say the car is off the road. My dear students, this is everything for our lesson today. Thank you very much for being patient with me. See you next time.